Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the House of Givenchy. House of Givenchy has been around for more than 100 years. They are one of the most established not only perfume houses but also other products, and they're basically a designer company, and they have so much stuff in their portfolio. But in terms of perfumes, they are very prolific and they have been around for decades, and they make both for ladies and men, perfumes for ladies and men, and probably they have over 100 perfumes in their lineup right now if you go to their website. So this beauty in front of me, it is from their gentleman line, obviously, so this is for men, and this is for this is a very well-known perfume in the fragrance community, because when it came out in 2022 it was a big hype train behind it. I don't like hype so I just left it. I said, nah, I'm just sitting it out till the hype subside, and then I'll go and review it and give you my opinion about this fragrance. So this one, it retails for £100. This is called Givenchy Gentleman, and this is Réserve Privée EDP, and it's 100 ml. As I said, it retails for £100, but you can find a discounter here and there if you do your research. And let's see how it goes for the first impression. But please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me to challenge the infamous YouTube algorithm, which is getting worse and worse. The big players getting bigger and richer, and the small players getting smaller and poorer, and they're getting pushed out. I'm going to be one of those soon if you don't get the help from you guys. Thank you for your subscription, thank you for your likes, thank you for your comments, thank you for your shares. All these things will help this channel to stay afloat, to keep going, to survive for future videos. As always, thank you very much for your love and support, and let's go. So a very simple box. All gentleman lines come with similar boxes, very simple, minimalistic, but they do the job, which is protecting the bottle. And wow, look at this, beautiful. So although the box is very simple and minimalistic, but the bottle itself is beautiful, very nicely looking bottle. Again, from this line, the gentleman line, they all look the same but different coloring. So this one is a beautiful, from a dark brown to a light amber color, which is very attractive. It says Gentleman Givenchy, and the bottom has got blah blah blah. The cap, it's got a nice weight to it, but it's not super heavy, but it's like a, I think it's some sort of glass. And the Givenchy logo is on top, and the atomizer is black and modern. And here we go. Wow, very good atomizer. So it's a good atomizer, although it's not pressurized, but it's very good. So far so good. Here we go. First impression for Givenchy Gentleman, and this is Réserve Privée EDP 100 ml. Came out 2022, and there are two famous very famous perfumes are behind it. One is one of my favorite the perfumes of all time, which is Nathalie Lorson, and the other one is, which is my favorite as well, is Olivier Cresp. So both these perfumes are very high, one of the most famous perfumes you can get. Let's see how they done in here. Here we go. First impression, and they done a great job. So the first thing that hits me is the powderiness of it. So this perfume is powdery. It's powdery, it's woody. I'm smelling wood chipping and wood shaving, and also a little bit of pencil shaving in here, which is very interesting because many people compare this to your own family, your own intense, or your own Parfum. Yes, to some extent, but it is a little bit different. This one is much woodier. So to my nose, it's much woodier. As I said, it's giving me a little bit of that pencil shaving feel, and also a little bit powdery. Definitely there is an iris in here, but the iris is not shall we say, a dominant player. At least for right now, is not a dominant player. I'm smelling a little more of citrusy feel to it at the moment. It opened up with a little bit of citrus to brighten it up, to lift it, to open it up, which is quite nice. It smells like a combination of bergamot and lemon to my nose, and also this one is very chocolatey. Yeah, to my nose is very chocolatey. So I'm getting the cacao, I'm getting chocolate, I'm getting powderiness of the chocolate. So it's very chocolatey. In the same time, it's got a little bit of boozy aspect to it, which is coming from the spices. The spices here, definitely nutmeg, definitely cinnamon, and I'm getting maybe a little bit of clove in here as well to give it that depth and warmth of this beautiful perfume. The base is very woody, which is but in the same time quite clean. My nose, it says cedar sandalwood combination, so that's a very clean woody base, but in the same time it's very woody. So it's woody, and it's realistically woody, it's pencil shavy, it's wood chippy, it's wood shavy, it's very smelling of the woodiness to it as well. So overall, it's got some sweetness to it from 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest. This is opened up around 6 to 7, so it is a little bit on the sweet side, but it's not overly sweet. So it is a little bit more than moderate in terms of sweetness, which goes very well with everything else in this beautiful composition. Yes, to some extent reminds me of your own family, the original ones, not the newer versions. But it's got its own character as well. That own character is a little bit on the boozier side, a little bit on the chocolatier side, a little bit on the woody side of things. With especially your own perfume, my nose pick up more iris there and more leather there, and also to some extent rose. In here, I'm not picking that much rose in here, although it is quite floral, and the floral here definitely is iris, but the iris is not a dominant player. It doesn't give it that super lipsticky feel to it, although there is a lipsticky feel to it, there is a makeupy feel to it, yes, but it's not a huge player. So this one, the lipsticky and the makeupy of it is a little bit toned down to making it more manlier than, say, your own family, which majority of people agree those are quite unisex. In here is a little bit more manly, although the unisex of it is still there to some extent, but is lesser in here. So let's see what they say in terms of note breakdown. So this is according to Fragrantica. We have the note breakdown is very simplistic, but I'm smelling much more than what they're saying in here. So they get saying bergamot, yeah, at the moment opened up with a little bit of citrusy feel, but they get lost quite quickly. So bergamot, lemon, little bit of that in here. Iris and chestnut, very interesting. Yeah, it is quite nutty. So it is nutty, maybe not chestnutty per se. I'm getting more like walnutty feel rather than chestnut, but it is very nutty in the same time. So it's nutty. I'm getting tonka bean, which they're not mentioning in here. They say iris, chestnut, and then whiskey, woody notes, and amber. The amber in here is gorgeous. It's a very beautiful amber accord, which is very deep and dense and thick and sticky and gooey and sweet and resinous, and there's a spicy aspect to it. It's very warm, it's very inviting, it's very captivating. And overall, the amber accord in here is absolutely gorgeous. The two perfumers done a beautiful job in here. It's one of the best amber accord you can smell in a designer fragrance, especially. So The whiskey note, yeah, there is a boozy aspect to it, but it's not per se whiskey. It's very nondescript booziness to it, but nevertheless, it is very, not very, but it is quiet and boozy in the same time. They say woody notes, which to my nose is cedar sandalwood combination, which are very clean, and the amber note, as I said, is very deep and dense and thick. But what they're not mentioning, few things. One, they're not mentioning the spices, which to my nose is at least nutmeg and cinnamon, if not clove as well. And also they're not mentioning the combination of vanilla and tonka bean in here, which to my nose is very apparent. So both the tonka bean and vanilla here giving it that beautiful sweetness and the warmth and the nuttiness and little bit of earthiness of this beautiful perfume. So absolutely gorgeous. Yes. Although these two perfumers are so well known, so big for their shoes, that they're not going to copy anybody, but because they created this in a way that it smells similar, somewhat similarity to your own family, people are saying this is a copy of them. It's not, because I smell differences. Definitely there are differences in here. For example, the woodiness of this fragrance is amped up compared to the your own family, especially the Parfum. And also the iris is a little bit toned down in here, and chocolatiness is toned up, so it's very chocolatey, it's quite powdery, it's very cacao forward, and also a little bit on the gourmand side of things. So it's got a semi-gourmand feel to it, which in your own family you don't get that. You don't get the gourmand aspect. In here there's a gourmand, warm, sweet aspect, which is very chocolatey, quite caramelly, little bit of that sweet edible smell to it. So overall, for a first impression, yes, absolutely gorgeous. The hype is correct. I'm just basically mesmerized by it. The two perfumers done a beautiful job in here, and there's a reason these two are super famous and the top 10 perfumers of all time at the moment, at least. So very well blended, superbly gorgeous, very well put together. You can smell construction, you can smell know-how, you can smell knowledge, you can smell everything that a good perfumer does, which is that beautiful construction of this perfume. We can smell it, you know where it's going. It's not a model, it's not muddy, it's not confused in any way or shape. It knows exactly what it wants to be. So to just give you a quick recap what to expect: very woody. So this one is woody and is very realistically woody, so like a wood chip, wood shave, pencil shave to some extent. So it's very woody. The iris in here is apparent and is very big, but it's not as big as the your own family, but it is there nevertheless, and giving it that little bit of makeup, little bit of that the lipsticky feel as well. There's a what do you call it, a boozy notes in here, which they're saying whiskey, but to my nose is more like a nondescript booziness, which is very nice in the same time. It is quite powdery. Yes, this is on the moderate powderiness. It's not it doesn't go to the realm of baby powder, but it is nevertheless, for a man's perfume, it's quite powdery. The amber accord in here is beautiful. It's to die for. It's one of the most beautiful amber accord you ever smelled. It's very sticky, it's gooey, it's resinous, it's woody, it's sticky, it's sweet, it's spicy, it's a little bit earthy, it's dark, it's beautiful. Overall, I classify this fragrance as semi-fresh to semi-dark, and also I classify this fragrance as oriental woody. So it's very woody to my nose, and also oriental, maybe floral woody. They're saying there's a violet in here. I'm smelling more iris than violet. Maybe there's a violet in here to support the iris as well. And very warm spiciness, which is to my nose is at least nutmeg and cinnamon together, if not some clove as well. Little bit of earthiness, and definitely very nutty, which is from that accord of nuttiness, and also from the tonka bean and the nutmeg as well. So if you like this kind of perfumes, beautiful perfume on its own, forget about the Dior Homme family, because although they are in the same genre of perfumery, they are in the same category of perfumery, but they're not copy. Okay, it's not a copy of it, it's not 100%, it's not a one-to-one to those at all. To my nose, this is a little bit different, and I think this one on its own has got its own character. Although there is iris in here, yes, giving it that powdery, lipsticky feel, and also is very sweet, is chocolatey, is ambery, is very is boozy, is spicy. So all these things making it a beautiful perfume, but to my nose is not exactly the same as the Dior Homme family. If you are looking for an alternative to those, on its own is a beautiful perfume, no doubt. The opening, I give it 10 out of 10. Gorgeous fragrance. In the next video, I'll let you know the longevity development, things like that. But for now, for the first impression, absolutely yes. Just perfection in a bottle. Absolutely gorgeous. The two perfumers done a perfect job in here. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. Oh, who's it for? Definitely I would say 25 years and older to be in the safe side, because these quite complex, and that's why I'm giving it a little bit of as he says, gentlemanly. Although this could be easily unisex and ladies can wear it as well, no problem. This is bang in the middle, unisex 50-50, although it leans a little bit on the masculine side because of that deep woody spicy aspect to it. Season, this is better suited for cooler weather, but because it's got some freshness to it, you can use it all year round, unless it's a very high heat in summer, then it could be cloying because it's got a sweetness to it as well. And also in terms of gender, as I said, bang in the middle, unisex, but it needs a little bit on the gentlemanly side, a little bit on the manly side. And in terms of occasion, this is beautiful. This is very good going out, special occasion, close encounter, dating, dinner date, going to a very special ceremony like wedding and things like that. It's very beautiful and well done. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. Amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems. This beauty is definitely a hidden gem. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I am the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the creator. So they are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of. That gives them the huge personality, very big, very bold, very long lasting. They're like time capsule, they take a different place at different time, and they are super beautiful if I say myself. Also, there are other reviews reviewed my perfumes. You can go and check them out if you are interested. As always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye.